Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry I've been a little bit MIA around here lately. I've been working so hard to get this office makeover done. So I finally have it done and I'm going to be sharing it with you guys really soon, so keep an eye out for that. But today I'm going to be sharing with you guys some thrift flips, and I actually did one of these for the office. So I'm excited to share that with you guys. If you're new here, I'm Noelle. Welcome. I make new videos like this every single week on home decor, DIY home decor, and making your home look high-end on a budget. So if you like that kind of thing, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming videos. So let's go ahead and get into these thrift flips. So I shared in my last thrift shop with me video that I found this chair with really good bones, but the fabric was not cute at all, and I wanted to give it a similar look to this one that I found on Pinterest and really loved. So I'm first just going to wipe off the dust with a damp cloth. And next I'm going in with a magic eraser to remove some of the paint that has been scuffed on the sides here. And then I realized that the magic eraser was actually removing some of the stain and giving the chair a lighter look. So I really liked that and decided to wipe down the whole chair to lighten it up a little bit. And then I went in again with a damp cloth just to get rid of any of the residue from the magic eraser. Next I went in with this mineral oil on a lint-free cloth, and this is just going to condition the wood and give it a really nice shine. This chair looked like it had upholstery tacks all around the back, but then I realized that it's like this faux strip and it has a couple of real upholstery tacks holding it in place. So I just started to rip it off, and it was going really good until I sliced my thumb open, pulling too hard here. So I bandaged that up and got back to work, and this time I decided to use pliers to help pull this off. And once I got that off, I started to pull out all of the staples, and then I could pull off a bigger section of the upholstery at a time. And then I did the same thing for the seat of the chair as well. The support under the chair needed a little bit of mending, so I just stapled the straps back into place with my staple gun so that you don't feel like you're about to fall through the chair whenever you sit on it, and it turned out really good. Next, I used the fabric that I removed as a pattern for the new fabric that I picked up. And I just laid it out on top of it and then traced around each piece, and then I went through and cut them out. Before I put these new fabric pieces onto the chair, I'm actually going to cover the chair in this muslin fabric so that the yellow color doesn't show through the new fabric since it's white. So I just cut some slits in the corners so that it would fit around the legs really nicely. Once that was attached, I went ahead and placed the new fabric over that, and this part is really about just playing around with the fabric and moving it until you can get it to lay right and not be bulging anywhere. Once I got it the way that I liked it, I went ahead and folded the fabric in around the corners to give it a clean edge, and did that around all of the corners and attached them with a staple gun. Once all of the corners were attached, I went back through and went through the middle sections and attached those. For the seat back, I attached another piece of the muslin just around the front half where the yellow cushion was at. For the seat back, I pinned the front and back of the fabric around the seat back as close to the edge as I could get it so that the fabric would follow the curve of the chair. So I just started at the top and then worked my way down one side at a time, and then once I had it all pinned together, I went ahead and pulled this cover off. I wanted to add some pretty detail like the chair from Pinterest, so I'm using this cross stitch on my sewing machine and just following the line that my pins created. Once that was done, I slid the cover onto the seat back and it was a perfect fit. It was really tight and I am really loving how this stitch looks. It added really great detail. Next, I cut off the excess fabric that was around the top so that it just came right up to the stitch. And for the bottom, I cut off some of the excess fabric and then wrapped the front around to the back and hot glued it to the seat back so that it was nice and clean. Then to give the back a nice clean finish look, I folded this back fabric underneath and just glued it along the edge of the seat back. And this finishes off this chair flip. For this next thrift flip, I picked up this really large lampshade and it was only $5, but it ended up being too big for any of the lamps that I have. But I've been loving these cone-shaped pendant lights over a dining table, and I thought that this shade would be perfect to recreate that look. So I just started by spraying the inside of the shade with this gold spray paint, and I really like the finish on this one. It's not too yellow or anything. Once that was dry, I traced out the top and bottom circles of the shade and cut them out. And I'm going to be taping these with masking tape around the top and the bottom of the shade to keep the gold on the inside protected from any more spray paint. Next, I went in with this black spray paint and it's in a glossy finish, and I just did light coats, about 2 of them. And I made sure to get around the rim as well. It's kind of hard to tell on here, but once the shade was fully dried, I noticed that it had kind of a bumpy texture to it. So I went over it with this 220 grit sandpaper just really lightly, and it smoothed it out really well. I got this pendant light kit from Amazon a while back for a different DIY light and didn't want to take it out of the ceiling, so I just made the marks where the light socket needed to fit into this shade, and then I cut that through with the wire cutter so that the light socket could fit through. And that finishes off this cone pendant thrift flip. Alrighty guys, that's all I've got for you today. So if you like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up and let me know what you guys think of these projects in the comments below so that I know what kinds of videos to keep making for you guys, if you like the thrift flip videos or not. So make sure you keep an eye out for a office studio tour coming really soon, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.